Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Rizky Aswar. I'm from Management 25B, and in this video I'll continue explaining the next part of our accounting topic. Make sure to listen carefully so you can understand each step clearly. Let's get started. Today I'm going to talk about adjustment entries, the foundation of accrual accounting. Adjustment entries are crucial steps at the end of an accounting period. Their purpose is to ensure that account balance in the ledger truly reflect the real financial condition before financial statements are released. This process is the very core of accrual-based accounting. Why are adjusting entries important? First, real accounts must reflect their true value. This ensures that every real account, such as assets and liabilities, shows the actual amount on the balance sheet date, like remaining supplies or unpaid debts. Second, nominal accounts must be recorded at the right time. It means that revenues and expense are recognized in the proper period, following the principles of income and expense recognition. Finally, accurate financial statements. Adjustment entries help produce a prices income statement and a valid balance sheet, giving stakeholders a true picture of the company's performance and financial position. There are 7 key accounts that usually require adjusting entries at the end of the accounting period. First, supplies. Adjustments are made to record the amount of supplies that have been used. Second, prepaid expense. These are expenses paid in advance that need to be allocated over that time. Third, deferred revenue. Money received before providing goods or service that must be recognized later. Fourth, accrued expense. Expense that have been incurred but not yet paid. Five, accrued income. Income that has been earned but not yet received. Six, depreciation. The allocation of the cost of fixed assets over their useful lives. And seven, bad debt expense. Estimating loss from receivables that cannot be collected. These 7 accounts ensure financial. Let's look at the first account, supplies. In this case, the balance of supplies in the trial balance is 600,000 rupiah. After a physical account on December 31st, only 200,000 rupiah of supplies remain. That means that supplies used which become an expense amount to 400,000 rupiah. The adjusting journal entry is debit supplies expense 400,000 rupiah. Credit supplies 400,000 rupiah. This adjustment is made to record the amount of supplies that have been used during the period. Insurance paid on April 1, 2004 for 1 year amounting to 240.000 rupiah. Balance sheet approach asset. When payment is made, it is recorded as an asset. Prepaid insurance 240.000 calculation by December 31. Insurance use become expense is 9 months. April at the end December. Adjusting entry insurance expense D Rp180.000, prepaid insurance Rp180.000. Income statement approach expense. When payment is made, it is recorded as an expense. Insurance expense Rp240.000. Calculation. The portion of insurance not yet used, still an asset, is 3 months, January and then March next year. Adjusting entry. Prepaid insurance Rp60.000 or insurance expense Rp60.000. Rent was received on July 1, 2004 for 2 years amounting Rp2 juta. Balance sheet approach. Liability. When payment is received, it is recorded as a liability. Unearned rent revenue Rp2 juta. Calculation by December 31. The rent that has become income is for 6 months, July and then December. Adjusting entry. Unearned rent revenue Rp500.000 or rent revenue Rp500.000 for the portion that has become earned income. Income statement approach or revenue. When payment is received, it is recorded as revenue Rp2 juta. Calculation. The portion of rent not yet earned, still a liability, is for 18 months. Adjusting entry. Rent revenue Rp1.5 juta. Unearned rent revenue Rp1.5 juta for the unearned portion of income. An accurate expense is an expense that has been incurred but not yet paid by the end of the period. This creates a liability that must be recognized. Salary cash example. Weekly salary payments are made every Saturday. The salary rate is Rp40.000 per day. The last payment was made on December 27, Saturday. December 31 falls on Wednesday, meaning there are 4 unpaid days, 28, 29, 30, and 31. Unpaid salary 4 days dikali Rp40.000 sama dengan Rp160.000. Adjusting entry. Salary expense Rp160.000 and or salary payable Rp160.000. The adjustment is made for the total salary expense incurred but unpaid in the period. Accrued income is revenue that has been earned, meaning the service has been provided or time has passed, but the payment has not yet been received. Initial data. An investment of Rp1 juta was made on September 1, 1994. The annual interest rate is 18%, with interest paid every 6 months on March 1 and September 1. Accurate interest period from September 1 to December 31. There are 4 months, September, October, November, and December. The interest for these 4 months has already been earned by the company. In calculation, interest revenue 4/12 dikali 18% dikali Rp1 juta sama dengan Rp60.000. Adjusting entry. Interest receivable Rp60.000 or interest revenue Rp60.000. This adjustment recognizes the revenue that has been earned but not yet received in cash. Depreciation of fixed asset. Office equipment list in the trial balance is valued at 1 juta rupiah. It is decided that the annual depreciation rate will be 10%. Depreciation expense 10% dikali 1 juta sama dengan 100.000 rupiah. Adjusting entry depreciation expense equipment or accumulated depreciation equipment or R 100.000 rupiah. This adjustment reflect the gradual reduction in the asset value due to usage over time. On collectible accounts, bad debt expense estimate on collectible account are 1% of total revenue of 55 juta rupiah. Estimate loss 1% dikali 5 juta sama dengan 50.000 rupiah. Adjusting entry bad debt expense allowance for doubtful accounts 50.000 rupiah. This adjustment anticipates potential loss from customers who may not pay their debts. It is important to understand where these adjustment accounts are reported in the financial statement. Supplies expense report as an expense in the income statement. Insurance expense and revenue report in the income statement. Ensuring the matching principle is fulfilled. Salaries payable or interest receivable report in the balance sheet as current liabilities or current asset. Accumulated depreciation report in the balance sheet as a contra account that reduce the value of fixed asset. Allowance for doubtful accounts report in the balance sheet as a deduction from accounts receivable showing the net realizable value. Through this adjustment, financial statement more accurately represent a company's real financial position and performance. Alright, that's the end of this part. I hope my explanation was clear and helpful for your understanding. Thank you for watching and don't forget to keep learning and practicing.